start with today's session with this 34th question. We did similar kind of questions in the last session where we arranged certain letters or certain people that were given, and we were supposed to find the correct options that were present. Now in this case, you are given these 7 people, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, which are bees. Sorry, they are not people, but they are bees. All these 7 people are bees, and they live in separate 2D hives of hexagonal shapes, made of hexagonal cells. So these are all hexagonal cells, and these are all bees who live within them. Now, it is not necessary that the position of each of these bees will be in the same sequence in clockwise or in anti-clockwise, because none of that condition is given here. All you're given here is these are bees who live in some kind of hexagonal cells. That's all. So I just draw the hexagonal cell. This is a hexagonal cell with the bees. They would be living here. Sorry for the wrong geometry. We do something like this. I'll just remove this internal lines, as it will create a lot of distractions. But let me draw it with a thinner line so it's distinguishable. Okay, so there are 6 people who live around here, and then there is one person who lives in the center, and there might be other hexagonal combinations also which will be happening around. Now what you are supposed to guess here, let's read the question once. These are all the bees who live in separate cells. What is given here is T and V are neighbors. T and V are neighbors of P. T and V are neighbors of P. So just for the A's, I say, okay, let's assume that P lives, just to start, okay, let's assume that P lives here and T and V are its neighbor. In a hexagonal arrangement, one person can have 2 or 3 neighbors. So I'm saying, okay, let's see. So T and V can be here, or V can also be placed here, or T can also come in the center. In that way, T and V, they both have the neighbors. But I'm right now, just for the heck of it, I'm placing it like this. We can erase it later on. So P, T and V are neighbors. Okay, this is given. First condition. Okay. Next condition. R and S are neighbors of U. So there are R and there is S, who are neighbors of U. Okay, I say, ठीक है, चलो, U को I place here, and R को I place here, and S को I place here. V does not share a wall with T, U or R. U, which is this person, does not share a wall with T. V does not share a wall with T, U, and R. Q, being the queen, so Q is the queen, shares a wall with everybody. So since Q is the queen, we'll say, okay, the Q is who is the queen. Because it shares a wall with all, it has to place in the center. Only then it will be sharing a wall with all the other bees. Correct? Which of the option must be true? So first question, did you understood the arrangement?
Yes, ma'am.
How did I arrive like here? So it was, so there I might have been wrong. Okay, there's nothing, there's a possibility that I might have to erase it in between, but whatever the position that you can choose, just keep on adding things very easily. So I like, when I'm reading things, I'm also simultaneously putting it on my on this board. So I made a hexagon, I made these internal lines, I kept a center where the queen bee q sits, and who shares walls, of course, with all the other bees. And then I say, okay, T and V are neighbors. Okay, T and V are neighbors of P, which satisfies here. P, sorry, what is the other one? V, sorry, R and S are neighbors of U, which satisfies condition here. And V, and the last condition which is there, I will just cross check if the last condition aligns with the previous two conditions. The last condition says V does not share a wall with T, U, and R. V does not share a wall with T, U, and R, which is true in this kind of setting. So I will say, okay, roughly I'm there. And then the last condition, the fourth condition says Q being the queen, she shares a wall. So if Q has to share a wall with all the other bees, it naturally has to be placed in the center. Otherwise, it will be sharing with only 3 people. So that way, if I reread all these conditions, they are all getting satisfied with this kind of an organization. And that's how I arrived at this. And then I will go to the question, which of the options are true? S and V are neighbors. S and V are neighbors. So A is true, correct? R and T are neighbors. R and T are also neighbors. So even the second statement is true. P and U share a wall. P and U share a wall. Do you all agree or not? P and U, do they share a wall or not?
No, ma'am.
No.
No, they don't, because there's a queen bee who sits in between, whom with whom they share a wall. S and T are not neighbors. S and T, they are not neighbors, which is also true. So the option A, B, and D are the correct one for this answer. Is this clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Sorry. So the next one, you're given these 4 different possible possible knots. So when I pull the string, there might be certain ropes which get separated from each other, and there might be certain conditions where the 2 ropes, they tie a knot with each other. When the these two ends, they are pulled. Which of the options will form a knot? Anybody wants to reciprocate to this? One by one. Let's take option A. Will the option A tie a knot, or will it become 2 loose ends?
Ma'am, 2 loose ends.
Yes. A will be 2 loose ends because there is nothing to hold on to. This is just roundabout. This is just going around the second rope, in which case it will easily come about. So option A is the one where there won't be any knot, but it will be loose end. Option B, will it be a knot or not? The hint is this junction which is happening here, the interlocking junction which is happening here. Whenever you have this kind of interlocking junction, so there's this rope, and then there is another rope which overlaps it, which goes around that low rope and then goes here. So can anybody tell me if B will be a knot or a knot?
It
Yes.
will be.
Yes, it will be a knot because of this junction which is happening here, and also this getting interlinked by this another rope. Also, it will be tied together. The next one, the C option. Will it be a knot or not? The C option. Or will it come out like we saw in option A?
Like option B.
It is similar condition. In the A, there is just one ring. A में एक ring extra है, इसमें एक ring कम है. So it is also somewhere where there won't be any knot getting formed. And option D, Is there some kind of interlocking happening or not?
Ma'am, Yes.
Form a knot.
Sorry? It will form a knot. So B and D are the correct options here. Try visualizing where this kind of interlocking pattern is happening. We see that kind of interlocking pattern happening here and here. That's why we chose B and D. Or C may and A may, there's no interlocking happening at all. In fact, they are just loose and place around each other. There's nothing locking system which is in place. So I won't choose C, A and C, and B and D are the correct ones. Anybody wants to, is everybody clear here? Another thing also to check is you can take two loose ends and arrange in this system. You will automatically come to know that this will come out and this will also come out. Unless and until there's a locking system that we are seeing here and here, it will only stay there. So this is also a fairly simple one, this one. It's just by mere observation. I mean, in the exam, in the UCEED exam, they're given full marks because the previous answer that they had given was wrong. But just by fair observation, one can come to the correct answer. So you're given this kind of pattern, and this pattern is made up of this kind of dice which is opened up. So this dice is an opened up dice, and the same pattern is getting repeated at in different parts. समझ में आया क्या लिख बोला है? The same identical dice is opened up and it is placed in different arrangement, in different orientation around the green dice which is opened up. Now, without any overlapping, without any kind of overlapping happening, which faces of the seventh fold, where of the seventh unfolded dice, which is happening here, which will be in the cross system, which faces cannot be placed here? Which are the faces which cannot be placed here if I want to avoid overlap with all other dices? Remember, there are two or more options possible.
A and B.
A and B. Okay, it's wrong. Okay, it's very clear. It's very, very clear. Do you see the option A and C?
Yes.
A and C option दिख रहा है, वो कहाँ पे आ रहा है? Where are the option A and C placed in the dice? They are coming in the middle here. A and C, which is this box, one is this box, and another is this box. So A and C, this one and this one, if I place them in between here, always in any condition there will be some kind of an overlap happening. Do you agree or do you disagree?
Yes, ma'am.
Correct? Because इसको मैं यहाँ पे रखूंगी तो यहाँ पे कहीं पे overlap. 3 वाला ये जो dice है, so if I place 5 here, 5 if I place here, तो यहाँ पे 3 आएगा, which is overlapping with this dice. If I place 4 here, यहाँ पे 6 आएगा, which will be overlapping with again this dice. So A and C are both the conditions. Clearly, they are both. I mean, one second. Yeah, A and C, they are both the only faces where if I replace them with this X thing, there will always be overlap. If I go with 3 and 2, 3 is placed here. Abhi mein, if I rotate this, so if I keep this vertically, so I say, sorry. So if I say, if I arrange it like this somewhere, vertically like this, यहाँ पे नीचे I put what is the other one? 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Or niche in the middle, 4 is coming. I just write 4. And then at the bottom, 2 is coming. Okay. So if I place them in this kind of an organization, there won't be any overlap, correct? If I place this system here, like this, 1 second, no? You see this? Where this is 4, this is 3, and then this is 5, like I've drawn here. In this case, there is no overlap happening here. And it will fit in. ये बराबर हो सकता है, 3 वाला possible है. Do you agree or not? Students?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
In another system where we start with 2, which is happening here. Now if I say if 2 happens vertically here, 1 here and 1 here, in between 4 comes 4 के एक बाजू 6 आएगा, here number 1 comes, and then नीचे you have the other 2. तो भी overlap नहीं होगा, right? Because इसके नीचे 3 के नीचे 3 के बाजू में we know 5 comes here. So इसका system यहाँ पे आएगा, 5 यहाँ पे आएगा, 4 will be coming here, and then the other 2. So in case of 2 also, which is the option D, there won't be any overlap, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
तो क्या आएगा आंसर इसका? What is the correct answer? What is asked?
D.
पूछा क्या है? Which faces from the 7th unfolded dice, from this unfolded dice, cannot replace X if overlap must be avoided? क्या आएगा आंसर?
A and C.
A and C, absolutely. A and C are the only ones, because they are in the middle here. They cannot replace this X. You don't even need to draw the position of other unfolded dices also. We can simply say, just because 4 and 5 are bang in the middle, like here, we cannot put 4 and 5 in the X box. Now we need to check if there are 3 answers or if there are 4 answers. For that, we went for looking at this option 3 and option 2, just to check if there's a possibility that all 4 answers are correct. Even there are sub questions in which all 4 answers are also correct. So it is always better to cross check the remaining. Is this clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Which option will replace the question mark? So there's some kind of, this is there's only one correct answer from now on. So this is a UCIT paper, इसमें आपको दिया होगा कि कितना negative marking है. So this has maximum negative marking, but it has only one answer. Okay. So what is given here is which option will replace the question mark. So this is in sequence 1, 2, 3, and 4, and we have to find what will happen here. One suggestion to find the correct answer is look at the position, just a suggestion. I was able to arrive by looking at this position. The 3 purple dots here and the 3 green dots here. I arrived at the correct answer just by observing their placements. Just by that observation, I came to the correct answer. You can follow a different method also. That is up to you. You are able to see which I marked. These 3 purple dots and these 3 green dots were the one which I just checked in all the 3 and I arrived at the correct answer. Can you have a look and let me know what will come here? Anybody came with the answer?
Ma'am, option D.
Option D. Okay, somebody says option D. Anybody else? Did you check both the green and the purple dots? Okay, fine. So I'll do that then. Now let's see the purple one first. So purple is here, then they shift here, then they shift here, and then they'll shift here. In the last one, they will be shifting somewhere on this edge, which is happening here. Here, the 3 dots are coming here, which is also happening in option D. A and D, both the cases, the purple's position is somewhere there, right? Now I will go with the green ones. Just take a different color. It becomes easier to look at it. One second. Yeah. So green happens here. Then they shift here. Then, one second. Yeah. Then they shift here. And then they shift here. So my question then is, from here they should somewhere move on this side. Somewhere on this side they should be moving. Here also and here also they are happening. तो अभी दोनों में से कौन सा choose करेंगे फिर? But then when I was drawing these green thingies, I mean the green dots, I found that positions are changing. So this is closer dots और ये farther है. Here this is farther and this is closer, which is mirroring. So I will say, okay, that doesn't work out with me. Let me find a different combination. Right, yeah. So then what I did was, I mean, I'm still in the process of solving. Then I said, okay, what if I take this combination, which says here, the 2 smaller, 1 bigger gap. The next one, it says, where is the 2 smaller and then 1 bigger gap. And then again, I need a 2 smaller and a bigger gap, which I'm which I'm struggling to find here. So I will say, okay, this is not working out. Let me see an alternate position in a different clockwise. I'm still looking in anti-clockwise direction. Then I will say, okay, let's see what happens if I start looking at this in a clockwise direction. So in the clockwise direction, smaller, bigger happens here, smaller, bigger happens here, and smaller and bigger happens here. Then again, the smaller and the bigger should happen somewhere here. So I will say the smaller green and the bigger green happens here. The smaller green and the bigger green in D happens in the same position that we see here. So I will say, okay, this doesn't work out with me. Option D is something which is not working out with me. And hence I will go for the option A. Just to cross check again, because there is negative marking, I will again do a cross check. So then I will say, okay, let's see what happens when I start looking at, just one second, looking at this, you can see the pink line which I'm drawing, the orange dot line which I'm drawing. Are you able to see that?
Yes, ma'am.
So then I will start drawing this thing. What will happen if I just trace that position? Sorry. So it's a very random thing which is happening. I just discovered a very random phenomena. So here the 2 comes here on top, again on top, again there's slight shift, and then there's again very minor shift here. From this to this, very minor shift happening. But I can see it's slightly tending towards the anti-clockwise direction on the left side. So I will say, okay, how are the positions placed of those or brown dots, not orange, but brown dots. And here it is somewhere between A and D, because I had shortlisted A and D based on the purple dots position. So in D, it is 90 degree, and in A, it is again very slightly tilted. So I will say, even by the position of the orange dots also, option A is the only one which suits, which is in sequence rather with the following, with the given sequence. Are you able to follow? Are you clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So it's, see, in these kind of questions of sequencing, it is all about taking one thing, looking at the pattern across, and then choosing another thing, looking at the pattern across, choosing a third thing, looking at the pattern across. And just to cross check, take the last, any other fourth thing also to check the pattern across. Because there is high negative marking, only because of this factor. Now this one, we are given these roles, with this kind of roles you will be cutting a lot. We are given this roll, and then there is just 2 cutting planes. There are these 2 cutting planes around which the roll is cut. We have to find, when you unroll the whole thing, when you unroll 1, 2, and 3, the 3 pieces together, which is the pattern that we will find of the cut part. Can anybody let me know straight away, very straight away, which is the wrong answer? Which is a pattern that is not possible?
B.
D.
Yes, B is not possible. D possible hai? Smooth curve
No.
itna? No, right? It
No.
has to be a
No.
very wavy curve like this or like this, because of the manner in which the 45 degree ka cut ho raha hai. So this is not possible also. Now we are left with 2 options. A हो सकता है या C हो सकता है. A और C में फर्क क्या है? इतना फर्क है. This part and this part happens here, and here in C it says the longer edge, this longer cut happens at the back. In A it says the longer cut happens, sorry, the shorter cut happens in between. The shortest cut happens in between at the end. So just to make your life little bit easier, let's just try, and I'll just try drawing it once. Sorry. The cut kaise hoga iska? If I take this inside and okay, chalo, let me go from out to in. So yeah. Roughly here the vertical comes. The second comes somewhere there. The third cut comes somewhere here. What? Yeah, now it's fine. Roughly. So what I did here is I just tried to elongate these lines. If they are not in alignment, pardon me for my sketch, but with reference to these elongated assumed lines, I tried to draw the inner cuts. Roughly, roughly they are in alignment. Are you able to see my lines the way that I'm drawing these lines? So I get some fair idea, okay, which cut will be bigger and which cut will be shorter. Now, are you able to understand how did I draw the spiral inside by just by assuming where this where this fold line will be coming, and then that will be the edge. Are you clear with this?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now, after doing this, it's a very simple technique where one says, okay, where one starts looking at the distances between the larger diameter. Just try drawing the distances. So now between the top and the bottom. So there is one width here. There's another width that comes here, and then there's a bigger width which comes on the outside. Now, if I just ask you to concentrate on the bigger width, which is, I just draw it for you. Yeah, I'm just drawing a green line, if I try to ask you, okay, where will this bigger width be placed with reference to the starting point? With reference to, 1 second. With reference to this starting point, where will this green line ka bigger width be coming? Can anybody let me know just by this observation, which is a possible answer? So what I'm trying to tell you is this position of the bigger width and the starting point ka placement, they're very close to each other. And if you look at it, also another observation which you can also make is, okay, you know, there is a shorter width, there is a longer width, and there is an even longer width. So does everybody agree that there is some kind of an hierarchy in terms of smaller, bigger, and then even bigger width between the, between the space, in the spaces between the top and the bottom of the spiral? Do you agree or do you not agree? So what I'm asking is, there is this thinner line. You see this thinner line, the red line? right? You all see that?
Yes.
Which is a shorter width. Then I'm just drawing a thicker line, comparatively thicker line, which is a longer width compared to the thinner line. You agree to that? So this width will be bigger than the smaller width, and then there will be an even longer width which will be seen along the outer profile here. So what it means that there is an evident hierarchy where one width is bigger, another width is smaller, and another width is even smaller as one goes. So the same observation is seen here: longer, shorter, and even shorter. One can see even here shorter, longer, and longer. But how do I arrive at the correct answer is by the placement of the longest width. Can anybody tell me the position of the longest width with reference to the edge of the paper? The edge of the paper is where? ये वाला जो edge of the paper है, which is the starting point, which is this edge. That placement with reference to the longest width, कितना दूर है? It's hardly any far, right? It's not that far, right? Do you agree or not?
Yes, ma'am.
So that happens if you look at option A, it is quite farther away. What option says, option A says that there's a longer width, but then there is a shorter width which comes in between, and then the edge of the paper comes. So this is clearly wrong that way. In option C, there is a longer width which comes here, and then baad mein, towards the end, the curve folds in, and then you have the edge of the paper, which is also the condition that you are seeing here. So option C that way is the correct one. Is samajh mein aaya ye? How did I arrive?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, fine. Anybody has any doubt? Okay, fine. Okay, we'll move to the next one. You have done font space question, right? Earlier on. Have you done font wale questions?
Yes, ma'am.
Good. Let's see if you're able to solve this then. So you're given this phrase in one language and a particular font style being used. Which of the options belong to the same font family? First thing, what is the edge condition? If you look at the edge condition, it's always 90 degree or horizontal. It's always 90 degree or 0 degrees. You agree with that? जो नीचे का bottom है, या फिर ये वाला vertical edge है, या फिर कोई भी ऐसा वाला vertical edge है, it's always 90 degree या 0 degree या 180 degree होगा. Is that correct? या फिर यहाँ का भी देखो, for example, कितने part का? You agree? ये वाले part का.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So this is one observation. Can you all eliminate, based on this observation, is it possible to eliminate few options from here?
Yes, option C.
C,
Option C can be
A
eliminated.
can also be eliminated.
A.
A can also be eliminated because of this angle. B को eliminate कर सकते हैं, नहीं कर सकते हैं. Not yet. B or D are the ones which are in the race so far. That's right? That's correct. Now, one more thing. Wherever curves happen, does the width, when I say width, does the thickness of the letter, this thickness of the letter, wherever the curves happen, does that change or does that remain uniform? You can look at A, ये वाला जो letter है ना, you can look at that for reference.
Changes.
It changes. So if I look at B ka base, B ka this, sorry. 1 second. Yeah. So if I look at B ka ye wala letter and D ka ye wala letter, can you tell me which will not be the answer?
B.
Kya?
B
Which
for
one?
Bombay.
B for Bombay won't be the answer because the width is remaining constant. The width is remaining constant across. Whereas in D, there is a slight change from this to this width, there is a change. So I will say B is also wrong that way. And we arrive at the correct answer, which is D. Is that clear? Elimination is a good way to arrive at the correct answer in fonts. Else keep on eliminating start with the options which are wrong straight away. For example, here the curvy edges were there. That's why we eliminated this. यहाँ पे 45 degree था या some 30 degrees या 60 degrees जैसा. That's why I say A भी नहीं है. B में और D में when we were left with, we looked at the thickness where the curves was happening. The A option A is the very apt one. I mean, I don't know what it's pronounced as, but this letter is very apt in order to see how in curve the thickness changes. So this is thicker compared to the top one, which is comparatively thinner. So I'll say that is happening only here in option D. B mein nahi ho raha hai. B mein it's uniform thickness. Just 1 second, huh? Anybody has any doubt here? Is this clear? Anybody has any doubt?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Yeah. So you're given these 4 options where this lady, I mean this girl, is playing with a paper boat in water. She's on a beach. What you have to find is which is the correct reflection of this lady. Which is the correct reflection of this lady. Yeah, that's all you have to find. Again, I will ask you the same question that I asked earlier, which is not the correct answer in this, which is clearly not the correct
D and
answer.
D.
D. Okay, somebody is saying B is not the answer. That's what you are saying?
Ma'am, A won't be the answer.
Ma'am, B and C.
A won't be the answer. I agree with it. Why
C
am
also.
I?
Ma'am, B would be correct because from the lower angle, they would be able to see the neck part more. So it will be correct.
Okay, you're saying there's a possibility that B might be correct. ठीक है. Chalo. A is wrong because of this width. Because of the way she's sitting and the width that is left with the water edge and the reflection. So because of this width, A is wrong. Same reason I will give for eliminating even C, which is longer width seen here. Now I'm left with B and D, which is how will I eliminate
is
one?
D is wrong.
Which one?
D.
D is wrong. Why?
Eyes.
The eyes.
Eyes. Yes, very good. The eyes are looking upward, whereas they should be looking downwards, like what is seen in B. So B is the correct one here. Is that clear? Good. You're progressing. Nice. Okay. This is this is a plan view of an ant who is walking towards this glasses, which are placed on a table surface. What you have to find is which is a correct illustration from the point of view of this ant.
A.
Okay, if somebody says A और D में फर्क क्या है?
The length of the stick.
The length of the stick.
The angle of the bottom part.
Angle of the bottom part. And तो क्या आएगा A और D में से? Somebody, you are saying this stick and this stick, right? Or
Yes,
the other stick?
the first one.
Okay. क्या आएगा तो फिर A और D में से?
A.
Why A? A क्यों आएगा? Why will A is the correct answer. I don't want to confuse you here, but A will be the correct answer because when I draw a straight line from this stick ka end, this ये जो 1 second. This stick, when it is coming down and is touching the ground surface, when I draw that end, I still see some part of the other part of the stick sticking out of that base, which is not possible in glasses. Otherwise, ek bada hoga, ek chota hoga. It's clearly not a possibility, and that's why A is the correct one. We arrived at A and D because the way the ant is walking, if I draw a straight line from that position, it will be almost in alignment with the with the stick which is there. So the angle of the ant where it is how it is walking is in alignment with the stick, and that's where you'll see the shortest distance of the stick possible. And that's where I arrived at A ho sakta hai ya D ho sakta hai, because in B it feels as if the stick might be somewhere here. Somewhere here, yeah. So, which is not a possibility here. Is this clear, students? Any
Yes, ma'am.
doubts? Okay. The next one, 42. Do you feel you can solve this? Is it difficult? Does it look difficult, or you feel it's difficult and we can solve it here? We have solved this kind of questions earlier. So there are two words, wood board and drasso-glyptive. So drasso will be corresponding to first part of the word and glyptive will be corresponding to the second part of the word. And likewise, you have to find this one. Will you be able to solve this 42 number ones?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Thank you. I'll move ahead then. Now what you are showing is there's this yellow roll and these are three positions of the pencil. It starts with T1. So red dot is the place where it starts, okay? And then the roll is moving, the yellow roll is moving. It starts with T1. A pencil, it's at a constant. The roll is rotating at a constant speed of 1 revolution per 60 seconds. A pencil is touching the paper cylinder and is moving from T1 to T2. Also, in this kind of question where time is written, it's good to specify कि कितने time में it has moved. From position T1 to T2, it has moved in 10 seconds. It stops for another 10 seconds. It stops for 10 seconds at T2. And then from T2 to T3, it moves for 40 seconds. That way it completes one rotation of the yellow paper in 1 minute. 1 revolution per 60 seconds. So in 60 seconds, it will be completing 1 revolution of the whole yellow paper. What would be the graph on the paper? Anybody wants to give a quick try? Remember, the key is how much distance it has moved in how much time. So it has moved from one. So if you look at the position T1, T2, and T3, are they roughly placed at almost equal distance from each other? Are all the 3 positions equidistant from each other? Do you agree or not?
Yes.
Yes. But from T1 to T2, 10 seconds may the distance is covered, which means there is a higher speed. Or T2 to T3, there's a lower speed. Do you agree or do you disagree? T1 or T2 में जितना speed से pencil has moved from one position to another, it has moved with a higher speed compared to the speed that it is compared to the speed with which it has moved from position T2 to T3. Do you agree
Yes.
or disagree?
Agreed.
So on a rotating surface, when there is higher speed and the line is straight, you get a steeper angle. You get a steeper angle
Yes.
like this versus you get a acute angle, very acute angle, where you are moving at a slower speed on a rotating surface. So I will henceforth choose this option. Curve nahi ho sakta hai ye, because the pencil is kept straight, the rotation is happening, but it's moving in a very linear manner. There's no, it's just one directional rotation, and the pencil tip is just moving from one to another position. So because there is less time left between position T1 and T2, it will move at a steeper angle. For 10 seconds it stays there, which is this 10-second interval, and then for 40 seconds it moves on a very acute angle, which is at a lower speed, and henceforth this acute angle comes into picture, and that's why I chose option A here. Also another key to remember, if you place a pencil on a rotating cylinder, it will always draw a straight line. If you move that pencil, it will move at some angle depending on the speed, your speed of moving the pencil and the speed of the revolutions. It will always be on a straight line. Any doubts here, students?
No, ma'am.
No.
Okay. But the key here is to look at this aspect, whether or not the distances are same between the positions, and what was the time taken between those distances, which will give you how fast or how slow were the pencils moving. Okay, this is we have done earlier, but I hope you are able to answer this. Yeah. So there is an opaque disk and sunlight. Sunlight मतलब क्या, किस type का किस type के light rays fall करते हैं? Can anybody tell me, if sunlight is falling in this direction, what is is it point light source or is it parallel light source? Can anybody tell me?
Parallel line.
Yes. If sunlight is falling on a surface, it is parallel light source. So if there is a circular disk placed here, and shadow of this circular disk, because of the way the light angle is at 45 degree and this disk is placed here, its shadow will fall on this tabletop. What will be the shadow that will be seen on the tabletop? Can anybody answer? It's a circular disk, and the angle is 45 degree and parallel light rays.
C.
C. Okay, somebody is saying C. Anybody else?
A.
A. Okay, somebody says A. Anybody?
D or A. I'm not sure.
B or A? Okay.
No, D. D
Acha,
for
D,
dog.
D or A? Okay. Why did you say C? Anyone who has said C?
Because the source is a parallel source, so like
Correct. Because the source is a parallel source, and the disc which is placed is also parallel to the tabletop. The disc is placed on a horizontal axis, on the same axis, on this horizontal axis, which is parallel to the tabletop. The disc is not placed at this angle or at this angle or at this angle, but it is placed on a horizontal angle, which is parallel to the tabletop. That's why the correct, it will be of the shape of how the circular disc is, which is all those sun rays are falling at 45 degree, and that's why C is the correct one. If it was at an angle, if it was at this angle, for instance, so possibility hota ki your correct answer would be A. And we also have to look out which position, how it will be placed, and so on. Which is a longer width, which is a shorter width. We might get into all that kind of debate if we were given some weird or some kind of an awkward angle like this. But because we are not given that awkward angle, we are given horizontal plane of the disc and horizontal plane of the tabletop, and that's why we say, okay, it's a circle. Definitely only a circle will be formed, which is option C. If it was some other angle only, then any of those elliptical forms which are seen in A, B, or D will be the correct one, if it was at some angle. Is that clear? Students, is that clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Now I will move on to one question ahead. So there is a point light source ka question happening here. Yeah. So this is a question where there is point light source happening, which is of like that of a bulb. You see that? So you're given this position and it's a 10 centimeter tall card with some kind of cutouts of triangle, diamond and circle. And it is placed in a dark room. The lamp is 15 centimeter tall and is placed 15 centimeter in front of the card. Which of the option will be the correct shadow cast on the surface of this card? First question I will ask, which is not the correct answer, which is clearly not the answer possible. Anybody? Which is clearly not the correct answer.
Option A.
Option A, yes, option A is wrong because of the way this triangle's ka shadow is happening, because it's a point light source, it's happening on top, uska shadow lamba hoga, and that's why I say it's wrong. Did you had any other reason? Yeah, it was this reason only.
This reason, the spacing between the
Hmm.
two.
That's correct. Good. Any other option which can be clearly eliminated?
Ma'am, B.
Why?
Ma'am, the star is just like the
Yes.
state.
The star looks as if it is the light source is coming bang in front. And that's why I say B galat hai. C or D में से how will I eliminate things? C or D में फर्क क्या है?
See the circle.
The circle.
Circle.
यहाँ पे ज्यादा spacing है और यहाँ पे कम spacing है. You see this spacing versus this spacing. There's a very evident, it's very evident. बहुत फर्क है. कौन सा आएगा?
Ma'am, D.
C.
It will be C. It won't be D because the spacing is huge. Or whenever, see what happens is whenever the light source is point source और वो नीचे ऐसे नीचे की तरफ गिरता है नीचे वाले सरफेस के अंदर, the distance automatically इससे छोटा ही होगा. आपका distance, because it's point light source, the distance of the shadow will be smaller than the actual distance that we
Ma'am?
are seeing here.
Ma'am, but the circle won't be a perfect circle na because of the angle.
Because of that angle, yes, there's a possibility it might or might not be a perfect circle. But the distance that I am seeing in option D is clearly way more than, or it's almost equivalent to what the distance is seen of this card, which is placed here. Because of that fact, I will eliminate D because of that distance which is there. And I will choose C because it has a shorter distance and it seems logical that from point source, if the shadow is coming down, वो distance naturally छोटा होगा. For example, if let me try drawing this. Yeah. So from this point light source, if the shadow is going to fall off that that kind of 1 second, of that edge. So naturally the distance is smaller. This distance will always be smaller. Why? Because of this blue colored angle which I'm drawing right now. ये देख रहे हो, from this point light source, if I just draw a line at the bottom which touches the base of the circle and then it falls ahead, and then if I draw the middle part of the line, that blue line is very, the distance between the blue line is very minute distance is left. So that's why I say, see, because of the distance itself of the base from the tip of the circle shadow, because that distance is less in C and more in D. In D, the distance is almost equivalent to what I'm seeing here. And that's why I say D is wrong and C will be the correct one. I didn't look at the elongation that the circle will be going through. But the tip of the circle, the part from which the tip of the circle is starting is clearly problematic there in D. That's why I eliminated D also because of this reason. If this placement was farther away, so if this placement was say 30 centimeters, this height is 15 and this distance is also 15. If this placement was 30 centimeters away from the point light source, then there's a possibility that the distance between the base of the shadow and the tip of the circle, the bottom tip of the circle might be slightly more, but it's not the case. It's a 45-degree, it's more than 45. It's a very steep ray of light which will be falling on the tip of the circle. And that's where it will be a very short, very thin shadow seen, a very thin dark line seen at the bottom. And hence I eliminated D. Is that clear? Students?
Yes.
Anybody who wants to place any point? All right. This is easier one. I'll just quickly do this. This is very easy. You have to find which is the odd one out. Simple. What is the rule that is followed in some of the options? There's one odd one out, but there are two rules which are getting followed.
Option B.
Option B is the correct one. Option B is the odd one out. That's what you're saying?
Yes.
How?
Because like the dot in the circle is also overlapping with the rectangle, but in
Yes.
any other of the figures, it's not happening.
This one. So what is
Yes.
happening in other figures, A, C, and D is there is one dot where all the shapes overlap, and there will be 4 other dots where there is no overlap of any other shape, but there's just one shape coming in that dot space. So this is a dot of the circle, this is a dot of the rectangle, this is a dot of that oval shape, something which is there, and this is a dot of the triangle. In B, we see one dot where the circle and the rectangle are overlapping. Yes, other dots are following. This is triangle, this is that ovaloid thing, and this is a rectangle, but there's one dot which disregards this condition. In C again, circle dot, triangle ka dot and rectangle ka dot and this oval ka dot and one dot which overlaps all the shapes. Same condition one can see here also. One dot overlapping all the shapes and other dots in single shapes. And that's why option B is the odd one out. This is clear? Is this clear, students?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. You're tired? Drained? Mentally drained? Okay, fine. Let's do this one and we'll start with the question 50, or I will give you question 50 to do it on your own. Here you're given this boy, half part of a boy who is lifting this heavy weight. He's trying to balance his body as he carries the weight. In which of the leg position will his body be in balance to carry such a big weight? It's trembling. You can see this lines, this disturbing lines, which means it's trembling to carry the heavy weight. So which is the correct leg position where he will be in some kind of stable condition?
C.
C, okay.
C.
Yes, C is the correct one because A may he will fall down. A may his legs are ahead and his upper part of the body is behind. So he will clearly fall down to the ground. In option B, he will fall ahead because his legs are at the back and his whole front body is in the front. So because of his center of gravity, he will fall ahead. In C, his legs are behind and the legs are in alignment with the back part of the leg is alignment with the top of the body, which is a good mechanism for transferring the load. So C is correct. In option D, his legs are ahead, but his upper body is towards his back. It's backside, so that's why it's fall down towards the back with the load coming on his face. So option C is the correct one here. You have to visualize this in terms of the placement of the load and the placement of his legs, and you will arrive at the correct answer here. Okay, we'll stop this session for the day. Thank you so much.